What is going on, guys? So today's interview is about to be amazing, guys. This is my first ever video interview. So all the other ones with Sean's Entertainment, Botch Guy, Christian Miracle were all audio interviews, and they were all amazing. But this is my first ever where it's a video. You see the other person, so it's very exciting. I was a little bit nervous because this was my first interview back since last year. My last one was with Christian Miracle back in November of last year, so it's been a while. So I was a little bit nervous, but get better within time, guys. So I hope you guys do enjoy this. If you guys do, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to go subscribe to him, and if you're one of his fans, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We got a lot of cool interviews coming very soon. We got a big one coming next week with Todd Grisham. We're gonna talk about Logan Paul. We're gonna talk about KSI. We're gonna talk about Floyd, Money Mayweather. That's gonna be a very exciting one. We got some other ones with some wrestlers, with some YouTubers. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. This journey is gonna be amazing. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we got Malcolm here. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. First interview in over a year. I'm pretty excited. Are you excited for TLC?
Oh yeah. I mean, it seems like kind of a predictable card, but also like it's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, I saw they just dropped the Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton's gonna be in a FireFly Inferno match. What's your thoughts on that?
I have no idea what that kind of match was gonna look like, but yeah, I saw it this morning. It was like, oh, well, haven't seen that in a while, because like the last one they had was like Ring of Fire. It was like 2013 with like Bray and Kane. So to see something like an actual Inferno match is like the first time in a minute. Like I'm pretty excited to see what happens.
Oh yeah, I have like two ideas of what it could be. It could be, because it says Firefly, it might be like the John Cena and the Bray Wyatt Firefly, and then you have to set your opponent on fire like how Orton did it, or it's gonna be like a TLC match with the ring on fire. I don't know how that would work. I guess a TLC match and you have to set your opponent on fire. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting though.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be interesting.
You think the Fiend should go over on Orton this time?
I recorded predictions earlier today, and like I think my point was like I think Randy should win just because like Bray, because he wears like that shirt, he can have something that's like fire repellent. That way he doesn't like burn to death. So like if it is like you gotta put the guy in fire to win. So like Randy should win literally just because like Bray wears more clothes and like could resist fire possibly.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. So you started YouTube, I believe it was 8 years ago, right? So what made you get started making videos? What inspired you to get into making videos?
Well, I moved to DC when I was like 13ish, something like that. And I just didn't have a lot to do, and I already knew how much I liked wrestling. I liked collecting wrestling figures and stuff. So it was just like, I need something to do. This is cool. I watched a bunch of YouTubers before, like DGDX Animation, Grimm's Toy Show, a bunch of guys. So I was like, let me do that, and I just started.
So you actually started watching Grimm's Toy Show? When you first started, you were watching Grimm's? And then you got to wrestle show?
Yeah, no, I was watching Grimm when I was like 12, 13, 14, something like that. So it's kind of full circle now.
That's crazy. Wow, that's super crazy. It's weird how you started 8 years ago and you did action figures, and I started almost 12 years ago, and my first video was like a custom wrestling action figure entrance stage. So that's pretty cool. We both started with like action figures and all that. Do you still collect them?
No, I have them all downstairs. I haven't really bought a figure in I don't know how long. Like I bought like one of those like John Cena pops the other day, just because like it had like the Dr. Thugonomics stuff. So I like all the vintage WWE stuff, but I'm not really into collecting figures as much anymore, just because like they cost money and money don't grow on trees. So.
Yeah. Oh no, what just happened? Oh, there we go. Am I still there? Okay, I'm still there. All right. Yeah. And so I saw you did a bunch of interviews. You've done one with man, I remember his name. Well, his new name's Nick Aldis. What was his name in TNA again? It was like Magnus. What was he like talking to him? Like that's cool. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I talked to him in person. I've talked to him on Zoom. Well, when I met him in person, like he's much larger than I expected. Like he's a very tall guy. He's like 6'4"-ish, 6'5", something like that. But like he took me like backstage where everyone was, because I walked up to him at like his like gimmick table, and he just started shaking everyone's hands. I'm like, oh my god, this is like how locker rooms work. This is like so intriguing. Then we went outside and recorded the whole thing, and like he was a professional about it the entire time. Really nice guy to talk to. Yeah, it was fun. No complaints.
Out of all of your interviews, who would you say is your favorite? Because I've seen Kylie Ray's on there. He's on there. Like, you've done a lot of interviews with a lot of wrestlers.
Thank you. I guess it would be Kylie Ray. Like, I mean,
Really?
it kind of sucks. Left wrestling recently. That was tragic to see that, but I understand why. Probably Kylie, just because like she's so nice. I mean, like when I like she is not a gimmick at all. I swear on everything. She is legitimately the nicest person I might have ever met in my life. Like she is so incredibly nice.
That's awesome. My best friend Patrick, he's obsessed with Kylie Ray and Bailey. Do you think they're similar alike in a way? Like, but pre-Bailey, not the heel Bailey, but like face Bailey.
I think there are a lot alike. I think Bailey was like an obsessed wrestling fan and just wanted to be a wrestler, while Kylie Ray was just like happy to be there, but also can kick your butt. Like, I mean, they like, a lot of like what they did was really similar, but I feel like the deep part of like their character was like Bailey wanted to be a wrestler and she was a big wrestling fan, while Kylie was just someone that's like happy to be there that is a wrestler. Like, I think like it was a little bit different, but it was pretty much like the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's Kylie Ray's. I hope she comes back one day. Do you think she'll ever come?
I mean, like she's still fairly young. I think she's like 27, 26, something like that. So I mean, I think she could if she wants to, but I mean, I hope she does. I'd love to see her come back.
Oh yeah, she. I feel like she could be a lot of potential, and if she ever made it over to WWE, because she was in AEW, Bailey and her match would be absolutely crazy. You know, that'd be real crazy. And so you've made like reaction videos, you've made the interviews, and out of them, what is like your favorite content that you personally like making? Like what brings the most fulfillment when you do it?
Out of stuff I make like by myself, it'd probably be like just talking about like old storylines or like why this person should be like respected more. Like I did a thing about Ron Simmons winning the world title. I like making that kind of stuff. Felt more like documentary type of stuff. I enjoyed that kind of content, like personally watching and also making. But besides that, like I love doing collabs with people because it's just fun. I did one with there's one girl named Indigo Dietrich. She doesn't do YouTube anymore, but she's on TikTok. She's really entertaining. Yeah, you know about TikTok, but she's really entertaining. So you know I love working with her. Then I did some videos with my friend, even though I call her like my sister. She's not actually, but we recorded a couple of videos recently, and I put all those on YouTube, and those were just fun to make. So just like working with other people, collab videos are probably the best kind to make. But on my own, like doing documentary stuff is probably pretty dope.
That's really cool. I saw you're a wrestling trainee. Are you training to become a pro wrestler? Really? So
Yeah.
I was doing the Harley Race, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Harley Race Wrestling Academy, and Jesus Christ, those bumps, man, those bumps hurt. How are you taking that so well? Because I did it, and it's so weird for me. So I don't have a good pain tolerance, but like it doesn't hurt super bad, but my mind psychs me out. So like every time I'm going for that bump, it's like I overthink it, but I know it's not gonna kill me. It's so weird. How do you get to that point where you can just bump, and it's not even anything to think about? And like, what would the most painful bump do you think is, and what's the least painful bump for you?
The only thing that psyched me out in like wrestling so far, just like the little bit of training I've done, has been like some of the rolls, just because like I'm not too used to it, because I'm like a big dude, so like doing that kind of movement, it's like, whoa, my body does not move like this. But like in terms of like bumps, I mean, like because I got like I have a massive frame on me, so like the falling part, I have a really high pain tolerance, so it doesn't hurt. Like I mean, I feel it. Like to say it doesn't hurt would be like stupid, right? But like I feel it, but like I'm kind of just adjusted to it, probably because like I've taken so many bumps at this point just to get used to it that like it still hurts, but like it doesn't like freak me out as much as it used to. But I totally get why people get like psyched out by it. It's just one of those things where like you just kind of have to just say just screw it and just throw your body as long as like, and obviously tuck your chin because don't hurt yourself. But the minute you just say screw it and just do it a couple times, eventually you kind of build up that like I know what it's gonna feel like. I know how my body should kind of move. Like obviously none of us are pros yet, but like I know how I should be moving in a way. So like once you get past like those first like 5 or 10, then it all becomes like easier, not easy, but easier.
Yeah, that's good. What's your ultimate goal with it? Is it AEW? Is it WWE? What would your dream goal of like route to get to where you want, and what would you like to go to?
My biggest goal currently, I mean, besides just like graduating and wrestling for MCW, which is in Maryland, would be becoming the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Like I always say it on YouTube, like Nick Aldis, I'm coming for that belt eventually. Like I want it. But outside just NWA, I mean, obviously, if WWE or AEW is calling, I'm gonna pick up that phone. That would be dope. My girlfriend would say AEW over WWE just because like their travel schedule is a lot lighter. So I mean, personally, I'd rather go to AEW, but like I'm not gonna say no to anybody. Honestly, like any opportunity is an opportunity. So take what you can get. But personally, probably AEW at the moment. I could change my mind tomorrow, but who knows?
And, well, you're about to hit 20,000 subscribers, and one thing that is for sure with where I feel like where YouTube is going and social media influencers are going is that when you get your tryout and you try out for any of that, you might not even get to have to try out because of your social media influences. There's so many people who are getting these sporting events based off their influences. People who I'm talking for sure is, I don't know if you might have heard about it. Have you heard about Logan Paul versus Floyd Money Mayweather?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It broke the internet.
What's your thoughts on a potential Logan Paul, Jake Paul, KSI coming to WWE? Do you think that could ever happen? You think WWE would ever entertain the thought? And do you think, would you like to see that? Would you be a fan of that?
I mean, like, I like all those guys. Like, okay, I like to hate Jake Paul because he's so detestable as a person. Like, he's such an awful person that like you love to just hate the guy. For him, I would not say WWE at all, probably like anywhere else because he curses way too much. KSI, I mean, he also curses. I mean, they all curse a lot, right? Jake probably goes a little extra on it. But in terms of them, like WWE, like they could like clean themselves up. I'm all for it. I love all of them. They all have personalities, and at this point, if they could just learn how to wrestle, I think they'd be fine. So like, I'm open for it. I think it'd be kind of dope, honestly.
I think so too, and it would just be cool for like, because me and you are YouTubers, just to see YouTubers going into that, because they always like to. This is what I always believe, right? So you see all these actors and movie stars, and they bring them to do SummerSlam and do different events because they want to boost ratings. I feel like wrestling's audience is a lot like our age, and our age is more watching YouTubers. And if they really want to boost up ratings, I feel like bringing in people that, I guess these YouTubers are more of like becoming the mainstream stars, like pulling in numbers wise. I think KSI and Logan Paul 2 was like the biggest DAZN event in the UK history. So it's like a lot about like, I think, would you rather have like an actor or these YouTubers who are just, I don't know. I just feel like, man, it'd be insane to see that. And I hope WWE one day does that because they love bringing in Hollywood stars. They do it all the time. Imagine seeing like a YouTuber on there, and I don't know, I feel like that'd be insane. Like, coolest thing ever. Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns sounds crazy, but I feel like that would pull a lot of numbers.
I would love to watch that. That'd actually be really dope. I would watch it.
It really would. And then I don't know if you watch his podcast. He had the Miz on there, and even Miz was like talking trash, trying to get him in the ring. I was like, Miz and Logan Paul, that would work. That'd be pretty entertaining for sure.
The promos would be heat. I would love to watch it. I'm all for it.
So 2 questions. All right. So 1, if you could wrestle anyone in WWE in the main event of WrestleMania, who would it be, and what would your storyline of that be? Like your dream like storyline to make it, and who would it be? And more of the present, not like past people, like the current roster.
Okay, so they have to be on the roster right now.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. If they weren't on the roster, I would have said Leo Rush. All right. So off the roster or on the current roster, do I know anyone personally enough? No, I really don't. Let's go with. Crap. I can't say Mark Henry either. Ooh. Roman. I mean, like he's where the money's at. Like, go with the top guy. Who doesn't want to wrestle? The main event from the most important dude in the company. I guess storyline would be like, I don't know. I guess like a social media influencer or whatever, YouTube guy coming into wrestling, and then he tries to defend it, and then I'm like, nah, fam, I'm gonna beat your butt, and then like we go from there. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Or MVP. I would just join the Hurt Business, to be honest. Like, I just love that faction.
Dude, do you think they, with enough time, and if WWE really pulled the trigger, do you think they have potential to be like the next evolution of our era? Do you think?
I think if they built them properly, yeah. I mean, I don't know if they're on the track right now to do that, but anything can happen in WWE. That's what they always say. I think they all have potential to be like top guys. I mean, Bobby Lashley should have been a world champion by now, I feel like. MVP is world champion material. I think he's getting a little bit older, so that might not happen. But Shelton, amazing. Cedric, the future, easily. He's amazing. There's no reason why these guys shouldn't be like the next crop of like top main event talent, especially Cedric, at least, like, because he's a younger guy, especially Cedric, especially.
I really want to, man, I was so bummed out when Ricochet wasn't part of the group, because Ricochet is one of my favorites. He's so likable, and the things he literally is just crazy. And when he was getting that huge push, like a Lesnar match, which it upsets me that it was so short. I mean, you could literally have Ricochet do two backflips, caught and do an F5. They had so much potential to pull off the craziest stuff. Like the fact that they couldn't. I mean, I get they wanted it to be a short match, but imagine just. Well, I don't know why it was so hard not to get just a backflip into an F5. Like, have something like wow. Ricochet could pull it off anything. And Ricochet, when they teased him in the Hurt Business, I was like, man, finally he can get his push back. And now they're doing like the retribution stuff. But man, if Ricochet would have been in the Hurt Business, that would have been amazing. Like, I like Ricochet a lot. Do you like Ricochet at all?
Yeah, no, I love Ricochet. Like, there's so many, especially the Lesnar match. There's so many reasons why. Like, I'm not saying he should have been champion or anything. I don't think he should have beaten Lesnar. But like, that match could have been so amazing if like they just let him wrestle. Like, Brock Lesnar selling to like little dudes is like the coolest thing in the world. Like that Bryan match he had at Survivor Series, or like the Styles match. Like when he's in there with a dude that's super athletic, Lesnar puts on really good matches, and they just gave him like 2 minutes tops, if that, maybe. Probably like 40 seconds, honestly, including the entrance. Like it was rough to see. Like he did not deserve that kind of treatment.
Yeah, and then literally on Raw he loses to the 24/7 champion, and it blows my mind, because when you look at, I know there will never be another like John Cena, but Ricochet literally, he is a superhero for kids. He has the look. He might not have the best skills, but he can pull things off in the ring that like literally no one else on the roster can really do. And his scene is like Ziggler level selling. Like, you literally have a star there. I don't understand what went wrong there. Like, I really hope they push him again, but like Rick, it just blows my mind, because when he got that WWE title match, I was super excited. He's one of my favorites. Like, he didn't even have to win it. The fact that he's in the ring with Lesnar in a pay-per-view with the title, that is insane. And then he just third next week. I'm like, what? Why? What was the point of that? Man,
it was just a waste. Like, they could have just not had a match at all, and it would have been the same equivalent. And like Ricochet didn't need to like get killed in 2 minutes. Like it was so dumb.
It really was. You think Lesnar's ever gonna come back?
Probably. Yeah, probably for like WrestleMania, to be honest. Like, if anyone's gonna face McIntyre, it would probably be Lesnar, or I would say Edge, probably, or Bray. 1 of 3.
Yeah. So speaking of WrestleMania, actually, what is your prediction for the WrestleMania 37 match card? Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Because I know there's talks about Roman versus The Rock, which I would love to see. I've been wanting to see that for a while, because they're real life cousins, and Roman being the tribal chief and The Rock could come in and stuff like that. What is your ideal for WrestleMania 37? And do you think fans back?
Yeah, if I could like make the matches, I would definitely do Roman and Rock. I mean, I see why they want to hold it off until like Hollywood, just because like Hollywood, and it makes sense, and like with everything going on, understandable. But I would have Rock versus Roman. I would have Brock versus Keith Lee, just because that would be amazing. I would have like, I don't know. Those are like the top 2 matches I always thought about. Probably another Edge and Orton match, just like finish it off. Or maybe like Edge, Randy, and like Drew, make it like a triple threat for the title. Then that would definitely be it. Andrade needs to be involved somehow, some way. I don't know. Maybe not the world title match, but just somewhere on the card. I love Andrade. That's like my guy in WWE.
Really?
But that would be the top match that I could think of. Oh, Sasha versus Bianca for that title.
That's
happen. It's like the only caliber of a match besides like another Sasha Bailey match that could like happen in the women's division right now with Charlotte being gone and stuff.
You love Andrade, so are you afraid with Selena being gone that WWE might not know what to do with Andrade, or do you have hope with them?
I have hope that he's good enough to be a world champion, but I know with Zelina being gone and they already were splitting them up anyway, that it ain't looking bright. But I hope they get him right because he deserves it.
Is he injured right now? Where is he?
I actually don't know. I actually have no idea. He might be hurt. I really don't know.
Dang, man. That Money in the Bank match from when Brock won it, I always was like, man, my favorite Money in the Banks are like WrestleMania 23 and the other ones and stuff like that. I was like, will they ever be top a legend one? That one was so good. The talent, everything about it was so good. I really was hoping that Andrade could have won that. There was like Ricochet could have won that. There were so many people who could have won that. It sucks that Andrade, man, if he would have won that, that would have been such a great choice. Like him cashing in for the WWE title. He's my WWE champion in my universe mode right now, actually. But I think they'll pull the trigger on him. But you never know. Vince changes his mind every day. You never know.
I really hope they do. He's very good. Him and like Keith Lee, Aleister Black, Ricochet, all like next caliber stars that they just need to like just do something with. Like they're so good. Just do something with them.
Do you like Nia Jax, by the way?
I understand why people dislike her. I mean, I don't hate her. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but like she's alright to me. Like I mean, she does her job. I think she's good at what she does.
Yeah. So this is a little confusing to me because you have news reports saying one thing and then WWE is doing one thing. What do you think the Nia Jax and Lana thing is? Are they putting her through the table because we don't like Rusev AEW, or are they putting Lana over because Lana pinned Nia Jax? Like Lana won Survivor Series, so I don't see them really punishing Lana. She's winning, but I don't know. Like, what do you think they're doing right here with that situation?
I think like there could be someone that might not be happy with Rusev or Miro or whatever being in AEW, but like I mean to de-push Lana by putting her in like the title scene is kind of weird. Like they're putting her through announce tables and like that sucks and stuff. But like she got like the win of Survivor Series. She's been highlighted on Raw for the last like 3-ish months, something like that. It's like it doesn't really seem like a loss. She's been like winning this entire time, to be honest.
I know.
So, I wish she was like at TLC. I don't know what happened with that. That's just strange.
Me either. Oh, so all what I know as of right now is that Roman and Kevin Owens is TLC, Drew and the other person's TLC, and then the Fiend and Orton is the Inferno TLC. Are the other matches going to be like a table match, a chair match, a ladder match? Do you know any about that?
I have no idea. I think they should have stipulations because that's the point of the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
I feel like like the women's tag match should be like tables, and like the New Day versus Hurt Business, like it screams ladder match.
Oh my
like
God.
all those guys in a ladder match would be freaking incredible. Then Carmella and Sasha, I mean, like I think chair matches are kind of dumb, but like also it needs to happen. That's the name of the pay-per-view. Yeah. So I just give them that stipulation just because like they had a DQ the other week on SmackDown. It's like, well, they're putting with chairs now. It's even playing field and stuff, but I don't know. They should have stipulations to it. I mean, they might. Hopefully, but see.
Do you think they're about to give Carmella the title?
I hope not. I mean, I like Carmella, don't get me wrong, but I love Sasha. Like Sasha's top woman in WWE to me. So I hope not.
She's a long singles title run. I don't know when she's had one last. I feel like she always loses them pretty quick.
The last long one she had was either like the women's tag titles or like NXT.
Yeah, she needs a long singles world title run.
Yeah, hopefully.
So going into the final question, we're wrapping up 2020 and then going into 2021. What are your goals for going into next year? You're about to hit 20K. I'm assuming that's a big accomplishment for you. Like, are you gonna try to go for 50K, 100K? What's your goals for 2021 with your YouTube and even wrestling?
Yeah. So for YouTube, I mean, like I like to set the bar a little low. That way, if I beat it, then I feel really good at the end. So like 25K would be cool. I mean, obviously, if it goes past that, that's great. Interview wise, I want to interview like more guys on like the MLW roster. I've been talking to them recently. So I just had Calvin Tankman the other day. I'm gonna have another guy coming up soon. Just to go through like that roster, go through NWA's roster, and hopefully go through more of Impact's roster and get like a lot of interviews from those stars would be really cool. Then that's the main YouTube ones. Besides that, then wrestling obviously is like get a debut match and keep training. Because I go back to training mid-January. Yeah, mid-January. So once I get to that, then it's time to debut, hopefully.
Is your wrestling school doing fans at all? Or shows for fans?
Nope. I'm at MCW. That's the same place where Leo came from. I know he's kind of controversial to talk about, but Velveteen came from. I think some other guys. Tahuti Miles is on 205 Live now. Jessica, I don't know her last name, the female ref in WAV, she came from there. Basically, a lot of people came through this school. So, yeah, I'm over there. I got some ROH guys that are training me right now, and they are very intense, but it's good. And I like it. But, yeah, so, yeah, they don't run shows with fans. They kind of just keep everything low-key right now with, like, Maryland's really strict with the virus and stuff, understandably. But, yeah, hopefully in the future.
I feel like when you do have a show, I don't know like who all is on the show, so like I don't know like their following count, but I feel like because of how many subscribers you have and the fact that you're gonna be the one bringing in a lot of views, I feel like you're gonna get a push pretty quick. Like they're gonna be like, you're gonna be on the show, they're gonna look at the views, holy crap, and then they'll be like, world title run or something.
I hope that's the goal, because like when I first showed up to training, like two of the guys that were like helping with training, I think they're more like advanced guys in the classes. They knew me from like Instagram or doing stuff with Leo before. So it was like, oh, okay, well, at least I don't feel like I'm a total nobody here. Like someone knows who I am. That's cool at least. But hopefully, I mean, I'll take a world title push just because of YouTube. I don't care. I'll accept it.
And I mean, I feel like it's smart because even when I stopped going to pro wrestling school because I want to do broadcasting more. And so when I was in the pro wrestling, I was like, man, if when I get this, it was WLW is what Harley Race's show is called. I was like, when I get this title, because I do YouTube, I'm gonna do so much with this title because I feel like a lot of the guys, they get the title but they don't really do anything with it. I want to make videos with that. I want to try to kind of like what the Miz would always say, try to make that title the most relevant you can. And if you have fan bases and all that stuff, you got to try to promote it as much as you can and show the company really why you should be the guy. You should be the longest reigning champ. You should you try to go above and beyond, especially on the independent scene. You really want to go above and beyond because that's what's going to get, attention to bigger companies and stuff like that. And if you have the audience, why not try to, right now, what is it? Honor is like the biggest indie. I wouldn't say AEW or TNA's indies, but I feel like Ring of Honor is that still an indie company, would you say?
I mean, they have the backing that would say they're not, but I can see why people still consider it.
Yeah, so with your subscribers, you can always try to make whatever company you're at. I know it sounds far-fetched, but make that not an indie company. That'd be a pretty crazy accomplishment right there. But
no, that's definitely the goal. Definitely the goal.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for doing this with me, man. It means a lot.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you, man. And then do you want to shout out all your social media, your stuff right now? I haven't
if you guys aren't following me on YouTube already, you should. It's MuscleManMalcolm, the greatest wrestling YouTuber of all time. Follow me on Twitter. Yes, sir. Follow me on Twitter, at Malcolm Muscle. Follow me on Instagram, the MuscleManMal. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, that's cool. I haven't really posted anything ever. But if I get to 100 followers, I'll start. So we'll see how that goes. Just MuscleManMalcolm. So check it out.
Real quick before we end it, where did you get your YouTube channel name from?
Oh, John Cena. There's a video on my channel of John Cena giving me that YouTube name.
Wait, in real life?
Yeah, I met him at an autograph signing. He gave me the name. I was like, oh, I like that.
Wait, how did that? What happened?
I literally just met him and I told him how I was into powerlifting and stuff, and he called me MuscleManMalcolm as a joke. And I was like, oh, that was a good joke. I'm gonna make some money off of that, and I kept it.
You have that? Did you record that or no?
I didn't. I was 14. I was so nervous. It was the first time I ever met Cena. I'm like, oh my God, you're John Cena. What? And so I didn't record it, but it was a pretty cool moment.
John Cena or Kylie Ray? Who's the nicest person out of those two? Because John Cena's
I don't know. I mean, like I bought Kylie Ray a protein bar once. I mean, she's pretty nice. Like Kylie Ray's really, really nice. Like John Cena, A1 professional. Like I love the guy. I'll still put Kylie Ray over him though. Kylie Ray's definitely undefeated.
That's awesome. Wow, that's crazy. My old YouTube channel name I was Jared0WWE, and it sounds so weird now because YouTubers use their real names. But I started back in '09, where your YouTube channel used to be like an Xbox gamer tag. It was something.
Oh yeah, I was here too.
Oh yeah, but way back in the day, it's so crazy to see where YouTube came from. Like I don't know when you did you do YouTube before this channel, your main channel?
I mean, I had this channel, but it was under a different name. I was 99 Awesome One was my old YouTube name. It was it was horrible. It was awful. I hated it. I shouldn't have. I'm glad I changed the name of it because it was cringe. It was so cringe.
I feel like my part of me feels happy that my channel got terminated, but the other doesn't. I think I got terminated for stupid copyright and things, because I've been making videos for 12 years. I took in videos of way back in the day, videos of WrestleMania 26, Triple H's entrance, weird things, things that were cool to make in 12 years ago. And I guess it finally caught up to me, and my whole channel just got wiped out. Once I was getting momentum, I was like, dang, dude, I got to start from scratch. That's terrible.
That's rough. Yeah, you definitely gotta go through it nowadays and just make sure. I know I have to do that every now and then. I'll get copyright notice from stuff I did when I was 13. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go back and just private some of these just because I don't want YouTube to kick me off when I'm too close to 20K. That's a no.
It's not fun. It literally demotivated me for 4 months to make another video. I was like, I just could not imagine getting back to it. And still right now, it's kind of hard to do it, but I'm I'm just gonna do it, and I believe it's gonna happen. If I could do it once, I don't know why I couldn't do it again, I guess.
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely do it twice, easily, light work.
Thank you, appreciate it. Well, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, of course, no problem.
Now, I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If you guys did, make sure to give a big thumbs up button down below. Do you guys like my Christmas tree that we got? It's a little too small for me, but it is what it is. Also, we got a little punching bag thingy right here because I want to fight Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and Floyd and Kiss. I know, I'm just kidding. But guys, I hope you guys did enjoy that interview. Such an amazing guy. He's so nice. He's so friendly. I had a great interview. As much as I was nervous, I had a lot of fun. It was a great interview, and he's such a nice guy, man. So go subscribe to his channel. Malcolm, again, thank you so much for taking your time out of your day, taking 33 minutes out of your day to let me interview you. It means the world. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get back to 7K subscribers. Peace.